I was in elementary school. PE teacher starts talking about this guy he went to the Olympics back in the day, and he was one of our fathers. And he looks at me and asks, what's it like? And I was like, well, what are you talking about? My dad's extremely humble. So I didn't know anything about the Olympics. I didn't know he was in the Olympics.
My dad has 4 Olympic medals. He entered 4 Olympic events and he got 4 medals.
Well, my name is Thane Baker. I'm from Elkhart, Kansas, small town in southwestern Kansas. Grew up there, lived the whole life there until I went to Kansas State University, which was the best thing that happened in my life, going there.
My dad talks about when he got to Kansas State, he didn't know anything. He really didn't. He grew up in a little tiny town.
When I was about 7 or 8 years old, Glenn Cunningham from my hometown ran in the 1936 Olympics, and he came back to Elkhart. They had a Glenn Cunningham Day, and he ran down Main Street in his Olympic uniform, and I was standing there watching him, and that's the finest thing I ever saw. So I turned around to my father and said, I want to run the Olympics someday. And so all through school growing up, I ran everywhere I went.
And then when he was 14, there was a work accident.
I was working in a garage and I got a piece of steel in my knee. And 2 operations later, the doctor said, we can't get the steel out.
So they told him he had to give up athletics. He couldn't participate in any sports.
Yeah, I know the doctor sat there on the bed next to me and said, give up athletics. My mother had tears rolling down her cheeks over there because she knew my dream was to run. And of course, I told my mother, that's going to be the end of my dream. It's hard to put into words. When you're young, you have a dream and you want to do it. Well, try. Don't just sit back and say, well, I can't do that. I'm going to try. And I tried, and it worked. And so the good Lord was looking after me.
2 years later, after limping through high school, he got permission to go out for athletics again.
Well, he was a guy who didn't necessarily have an enormous amount of success at the high school level.
And in the 100, I got last place, and in the 220, I got last place. I went to Kansas State, and the coach put an article in the Kansas State Collegiate one day. If anybody would like to try out for the track team, show up at Nichols Gym at 7 o'clock, and we'll talk about it.
And Coach said, sure, come on, give it a try, and he just blossomed.
He got faster and faster.
It was amazing that he was able to do what he was able to do as a walk-on.
We ran in the NCAA and AU meet.
And there my dad qualified for the Olympic trials. Then when he went to the Olympic trials, he qualified for the Olympic team in the men's 200 meters and took off.
The 1952 Olympic Games are on.
First American sweep is in the 200-meter dash, oldest race in Olympic history.
Let's look at the dirt kicking up behind the runners. See the dirt kicking up behind us.
You're in the outside lane, see on the left?
Jersey City, who forges ahead to break the tape in 20 and 7/10 seconds, equaling the Olympic record set by Jesse Owens in 1936.
And everybody hugs,
Baker of Elkhart,
hugs,
Kansas,
and then,
with the bronze medal for
look,
third.
Dad, you go off and do a little
Air Force
dance.
sprinter, Junior Gathers of Brooklyn and Sampson Air Force Base.
How do you do that?
The 200-meter was the only event.
He won a silver medal in the men's 200 meters, wearing borrowed socks and borrowed shoes.
You have a dream. Pursue the dream, and you could be surprised what it will lead to. It will lead to so many things in your life. Additional things from the things that related to your dream. Even if you don't maybe quite as successful in your dream as you wanted to be, there'll be so many things you will learn from your dedication to trying to do better. Pick a goal in life, music, whatever it might be, and excel. Try to do the best that you can, and you will do better than you think you can. And the good Lord will help you along the way.
He and my mom got married, and then my dad went to Germany. My mom soon followed. And there he is working in Germany as an officer, and he gets a letter from Washington, D.C. Hey, would you like to come back to the United States and train for the 1956 Olympic team as a member of the Air Force? He got a gold medal in the 4x100 meters. They set a world record. He got a silver medal in the 100 meters and then a bronze medal in the 200 meters.
The thing that really has always impressed me about Thane was, one, he was very humble. He was someone with his resume to just be as normal as he is pretty remarkable in this day and age.
What my dad did not know was that Kansas State University cast a bronze bust of him when he was a runner at Kansas State.
A lot of people that have accomplished what he's accomplished athletically, you know, think they're owed something. He's always looked at it like he owes the university something. It's very meaningful for me to honor him in that way because I just think he's one of the truly special K-Staters.
My dad was really, really surprised. It was beautiful. This bust is going to go in the new indoor track facility for the Kansas State athletes.
Sometimes you need to sit down and think about what Christ has done for us and what he's given us. We just don't take the opportunity enough time to thank him. I have in my pocket a marble. In 1958, a man named I.F. Calley, we called him If Calley, he passed around a bag of marbles and said, everybody take a marble. He says, carry that marble with you. If somebody has rubbed you the wrong way or something, take that marble out and think about the good things about that person. Think about the good things in life that you have the opportunity to take advantage of, and think about it and hold that marble. I still got the marble. Because there's good in everybody, there's good in everything. And if it takes a marble to remind you of it, get a marble. Get a marble. There's so much beauty in this life. Take advantage of it and thank the good Lord for what he's given us.
They can look at a guy like Thane Baker and say, now here's somebody that I could admire. I've always been proud to know him.
He's really one of those people that inspires you to be better than you are.
My life has been so fantastic. I never thought I would near have the opportunity to give back to other situations in my life. I've tried to pay back to my children, and I think that they have more than rewarded me with their lives, in ways they've given back.
I actually went to a writing conference where I heard someone say, listen to God's whispers, and that's what you should write about. And so I heard God's whisper saying that I should write my dad's story. And I wrote a book called Running in Borrowed Shoes. I'm really proud of my dad. I am super proud of everything he's accomplished, not just with the Olympics, but with life. You know, he's had a great life. And it's not over yet. He's 92, but he's still traveling and enjoying going and doing.
Man, I gotta tell you, there's sometimes I don't know how I don't deserve this. Growing up, you didn't understand what you had. He's absolutely special. Probably the best I know. I know the best I know.
When you walk into the Olympic Stadium for the first time, you're numb. I mean, you're trying to take in everything, but you're there for a purpose, but you're almost numb. Is this really happening? Can this be what I wanted my whole life? Okay, now what am I going to do with it? What am I going to do with my opportunity? When you walk into the stadium, where you walk into the auditorium, to walk into whatever you do, when you walk in there, that is an opportunity to take advantage of what you have learned in your life. There are opportunities out there. Look for them, find them, and try to achieve them. And when you're lucky enough to make the Olympic team and put on your spikes and run in the Olympics, do the best you can.